Okay. So, when you're creating anything, it's a common practice to start with a draft, right? The prototype is an important draft design that precedes the development of the original product. It will tell you how your final product will look like before even developing it. So, there's a quote you all must be knowing: fail faster and succeed sooner. And how it suits to prototyping, I will tell you. So, every product has had and will have bugs early on, but prototyping is a tool that will help you find them faster and recover easily. As recovery is in the design phase is much easier than in the development phase. And that is why test fast, fail fast, and adjust fast. The sooner you can test it, you will be able to know what issues are there, what changes you need to do, whether it's working or not, whether it's feasible or not. So it should not be the other way around, that develop fast, fail hard, and then adjust harder. Because if you directly want to develop a product, it is very hard to learn from it, learn more and make adjustments accordingly. But I understand, like, a lot of times client wants to directly jump to the development stage. They think they have an idea, so let's just develop it fast and skip the prototyping phase. Now just understand the psychology here. When client comes to you, comes to us, he comes with a solution because for him the product he wants to build is a solution of a real world problem. He has brainstormed on it, followed with several internal meetings, did lot of research, and then come up with a solution. And that's the biggest reason he thinks that, yes, I got a solution, I want to develop it faster. But when that solution comes to us, it is again a problem statement for us, for which we need to develop a solution. And as UX professionals, we are responsible for making our clients aware that having a prototyping stage before jumping into front end development would save our three important things: cost, efforts, and time. So let's just take an example. If you want to build a house, what you do first? Do you directly start building it, or you first get a foundation layout drawing prepared by the structural designer or an architect? If you directly start building, then the adjustments, costs, efforts for fixing the issues that are coming along the way is much, much greater. Okay, this was just a big example. Let's just take a small example. If you want to stitch a garment, you go to a tailor. Do you trust him that he will stitch exactly how you told him, or you will first ask him to show some sample on paper or in real to know how your garment will actually look like? So, a good foundation is much needed to hold the structure above the ground. And same applies to the product development. Prototypes are tried and tested foundations on which product is built. So, the logical approach for creating winning products is going step by step. So, let's see this diagram. So, as this diagram states, when idea comes to you, don't directly jump to building it and launching it and then learning it what are the mistakes and how to cover them up. So when idea comes up, let's create designs, make the prototype, see your applications, how your application will work, learn from it, make changes accordingly, and then go to the building stage. So understand, prototyping is also an iterative process like the development. It also has sprints. So we work in sprints. We create one module, test it with the prototype, because as I said, prototypes actually work like a real app. So in that phase, we get to know about the functionality of the app. So it's better to prototype first and then go to the development stage. Now, there is a lot of confusion in designed screens and prototypes. So sometimes for a normal screen, people call it as a prototype. So I want to clear that first. So here in the screen, you can see there's a low fidelity wireframe, high fidelity wireframe, and mockup. So one by one, I'll explain it, and then we can go to the what is exactly the prototype. So low fidelity wireframes is to nail down the structures, navigation schemes, and content. As you can see in the screen, this is a structure diagram. You can see where the content is placed, how the navigation will happen. If like navigation as in bottom bar, you can see that is the navigation, top icons. On clicking on what will happen. So this everything, the structure is taken care of into low fidelity wireframes. where the UI elements such as buttons, tabs, icons, drop-down menus, other content should be placed. So this decision is taken care. Then high fidelity wireframe. So here it includes more detailed UI elements, but should not be actual rendering of an app or web page visual design. So which icons, what icons should be placed. So all this is taken care of in high fidelity. So as you can see, the elements are more detailed out. So this is a high fidelity wireframe. Now mockups. Mockup shows not only the arrangement of UI elements on the screen, but also their fonts, colors, visual details, and iconography. Everything is taken care in mockup. So this is something like how actually the screen will look like in an app. So this is a actual app, you can say that. So mockup is a detailed design. Now these are all the static images, static screens. Now moving towards the prototype. So I have got the best definition for prototype. I've read it on UX Matters blog, and that is a prototype is not a static picture of a mobile app or a website, but an interactive model that displays a particular states depending on the actions the user takes. While it might not behave exactly the same as the real app or site, it can be really close to the final product. As you can see in the screen, we have created a prototype, the entire scenario you can see. So here there's a marketplace where you can for the first screen is the marketplace where you can buy products. So there's a woman card. When you click on it, the categories of women opens up. When you click on the category, the attires of that category opens up. When you click on any single attire, you can see there's a wish listing of option and add to cart option. When you click on wish list, the state of the icon changes, the state of the button changes. It changes to wish listed, it changes to go to cart. Then when you click on it, then the cart will open up. So this is the entire story we are telling, that what will happen on every action. So this is called as a prototype. This is an interactive model, and that's why this is called as a prototype. When you design just a screen, that is not called as a prototype. Those are the static screens. So when you build a story and tell the functionality of the application of every feature, that's called a prototype. So basically, there are also three types of prototype. Okay, so there's a low fidelity prototypes, medium fidelity, and high fidelity prototypes. So low fidelity prototypes, that means prototypes done on paper, sketches, or cutouts. So that's called a low fidelity prototypes. Prototypes can be done on wireframes. So that is called as a medium fidelity. When prototypes are done on mockups, as you can see in the screen, so that's called a high fidelity prototypes. So prototyping can be done on anything: paper sketches, cutouts, or wireframes, or mockups. That can be done in anything. So you can tell a story in any form. Okay, so basically, prototyping tells you the functionality of the app, how it works, and that is why once the developers get it, it is very easy for them to know the requirements, and also easy to tell whether it's feasible or not. Also, when the client receives this, client is very clear about the functionality of the app, how it is going to work.